Welcome back to the Sheffield United career mode on FIFA 23. We are having a great start to the season after our shaky first couple of games. We're up challenging for the top four as we'd hoped we would be this year, although it does appear to only be that fourth spot as things stand. You can see that Chelsea, Manchester City and Liverpool are on their own up top at the minute. It was a runaway Manchester double at the top of the season last year. This year, Man United down in 9th, last year's title winners. But so far this season, there's a breakaway group of 3 at the top. We're 10 points behind Liverpool and Manchester City and 11 points behind Chelsea, but could close that to 7 and 8 respectively if we can win our game in hand, which may well be this fixture against Southampton, although it's more than likely going to be the game midweek against Aston Villa. And then with West Ham at the end of the week, and still come on in the final group stage game of the Europa Conference League before... In the next episode tomorrow, it'll be Brighton, Chelsea, Luton and Burnley that we crack on with before heading into the January transfer window later in the week. Still needing your feedback on that, please, if you don't mind. But today is all about the football on the pitch, so we hope to get the job done. Do drop the video a like, really helps the content. I'd appreciate it very much indeed. Of course, subscribe to the channel to ensure you don't miss out on the remainder of this save or, of course, FC24 content when it comes in the next couple of weeks. And for now, I'm just going to move straight on in. Southampton, Gavin Bazunu in goal for them. James Bree, Kusunu, Jaleta and Leidner. Ward-Prowse and Lavia with Sulemana, Rothery and Orsic and Onuachu up top. They have 6 points from their 12 games or 13 games so far this season. Southampton, their squad is really not great. I haven't turned the second controller off, so now we can go and play against Southampton, but they're really not good. So this has to be a comfortable win if we really consider ourselves Champions League contenders. Ball floated over the top. Can't really challenge Onuachu aerially. You have to do that. Get in front of him and don't let him even have a go at getting up for the header. Akpom could look for Cameron Archer. They still got the ball here, Akpom. Twice we've failed to find Cameron Archer through the middle there, and it's been a really slow, frustrating opening 15 minutes here. Neither side able to create anything. Both teams defending for their lives. Ourselves to try and get back in towards the top 4, and then just to try and stay in the bloody division. But you can see the quality that Southampton are, or rather more accurately, aren't able to produce in this game so far, which is why there's not really been much to show from them going forward. But Sulemana is not a player you can afford to let get away from you. Seen from the Southampton save we did on Chesnoid Plays just how good he can be at times, and you know how quick he is already. Sulemana on the ball here for Southampton now as Rothery spreads it out wide to James Bree. Lewis Rothery, a Patreon player who's actually, I think, the highest rated player at Southampton right now behind James Ward-Prowse. Speaking of the Patreon, do need to say thank you to JPS Gaming for joining the Patreon. Thank you very much indeed for that. Appreciate it, mate. I'll be doing, like I say, a new Patreon explainer video, Patreon promo video over the next couple of weeks leading up to FC24 for those of you that were contemplating getting involved. That is a dive and a half. Contemplating getting involved in the VIP Patreon player aspect of it for FC24. But for now, I might do a health video as well. You guys have been asking for a health video for a while, and I haven't put one together yet, so I do need to do that. Hopefully what we can put together here is a goal-scoring move at the end of this elongated highlight. And it is a goal-scoring move. Chuba Akpom was back in business as per a couple of episodes ago. And he's still open for business now. 1-0. Spinat Zola into Hansko. Thank you for the pronunciation explainer in the comment section for David Hansko's name. Do always want to make sure I try and get my pronunciations correct. And if I've been getting it wrong, which I evidently have, then I appreciate the correction in the comment section. We haven't been able to get a second goal there. We won't be able to get a second goal here. Harry Maguire is not going to bang it from there, is he? Let's be completely honest. And Archer, through ball. Akpom's away. There's lots of defenders around here. Jaleta Sarr's put a toe in. Tried to turn. Didn't quite get it right. Oxlade-Chamberlain will deliver the ball towards the back post. It's going to fall to Tajani. Right, let's have a better delivery this time, please. Oh, it was still a delivery that didn't find a teammate. But ultimately, we have found someone. And that someone is Chuba Akpom once more. Southampton not having a very fun time here, but our away fans are loving life on the south coast. 2 goals to the good. Into Leidner. And one back by Oxlade-Chamberlain. Southampton just can't do anything in this game. And judging by their points tally, can't do anything this season either. Bogle, cross into the middle. Akpom's on a hat-trick. 2 defenders in the way. Do we go for it from Oxlade-Chamberlain from here? Against the former team, of course, Southampton. Not able to find the back of the net, but certainly found the target. And I can't seem to get on the end of any of my corners at the minute. That's fallen nicely for Douglas Luiz. No goal from the free kick, but he scores from open play instead with 3 goals to the good in this first half. Bossing it, mate. Oh, ping. Sulemana with a lovely switch to Orshitz. Winger to winger. And Onuachu in the middle to try and aim for. They haven't really utilised his height and don't get the opportunity to as Hansko cuts that out brilliantly. James Bree on the attack now, the former Luton right back. And Rothery with the effort that's well blocked. Southampton showing signs of life, but it is still just a weak heartbeat, unfortunately, here at St Mary's. And we are alive, up and running in comparison. Aribo out to Sulemana. A consolation goal, perhaps, for Southampton? No. We did all of our goal scoring in the first half. And in the second half, we have tried, but haven't found it quite so easy. Southampton have shored up at the back, but it's a little bit too little too late. Oh, and that was definitely meant for Jayden Bogle, not for Chuba Akpom. No hat-trick for Akpom, unfortunately, but a hat-trick of points nonetheless, and goals for the team, just not all by the same player. A very straightforward victory away from home against my former side. Apologies, Saints fans, but you are not at the races today. You're not at the races this season, and I think you're going back down. Aston Villa midweek will be an entirely different test. Aston Villa with Emi Martinez in goal, Sergio Gomez, Diego Carlos Pau Torres and Vitaly Mikolenko at the back. Moussa Diaby on the right, Yuri Tielemans and John McGinn in the middle, Emil Smith-Rowe on the left, and then Leon Bailey and Jesus Ferreira up top. 4-2-2 for Aston Villa. A side that I'm considering doing a save with in the not too distant future. Wolves as well, another side that we could do a save with in the Prem, absolutely. There are plenty of options of clubs that we haven't done anything with on the YouTube channel previously. We've done 2 Everton saves, we've done 2 Southampton saves, albeit one of them on the second channel. Obviously multiple Chelsea saves, and we'll be doing another one in FC24. Multiple Cambridge saves, and we'll be doing another one in FC24. But there are certainly some clubs I haven't yet touched and would like to at some point in my YouTube career. I'd also like to beat them on this particular occasion in my YouTube career. Douglas Luiz against one of his former sides, of course, although we signed him from Everton, and Diaby's had a brilliant start to the season for Aston Villa in real life, and very nearly had a brilliant start to the game here, but thankfully he's messed up his shot. I messed up my pass, but I'm going to get away with it. McBurney will find Tajani, and Tajani could look for Chuba. The pass is poor, it's not good enough. Lovely ball over to Smith-Rowe. Oh, he's done me. Never mind. Oh, no. Still, danger. Tielemans! Saved well by Henderson. A little bit messy at the back. Moussa Diaby with the corner here. He's going to stand it up into the middle. It's a good delivery. Maguire gets in the way of his keeper. Is that going to cost us ultimately here? Mikolenko back. Tielemans. Mikolenko again. Nice turn. Tries to find a teammate. Only picks out former Aston Villa man, Douglas Luiz. They do look good here, Villa, though. They're only 4 points behind us in the Premier League as well, so they're absolutely going to be the test that we expect them to be in this game, and they've proven to be so far. And I haven't gotten going forward either in this fixture. A slow burner against Southampton that ultimately we were able to find our feet in. I am still wobbly on my tippy toes in this fixture so far, and Aston Villa trying to take advantage of that. Doing a lot of defending in the opening 20 minutes. And thankfully, not yet conceded a goal. Still. Oh, come on. Oh, no. Leon Bailey. Oh, come on. Diaby. Hendo with a save. Jeez Louise. Strugs. Proper Strugs. It's through the gap. Bogle. Good first touch. Into Oxlade-Chamberlain. There's Ollie McBurney. Do I pass it? I won't. I'll rather horrendously go for goal. Chuba Akpom was square, but there was plenty of Aston Villa bodies in the way ready to pick off a pass. I thought, just have a shot, just to ensure that you actually have a chance of scoring a goal. Bailey, picked off by Reinders, and given away by Reinders, and Bailey again. McGinn. Oh, that's dangerous. Can't give the ball away that close to your own goal and expect it not to at least stand a chance of going in. They're giving it away again. I know I'm really letting Aston Villa off the hook here. I've not been at it in this first half. We've been more like Southampton than we have ourselves in this fixture. I don't quite know. Oh, how Leon Bailey's done that, actually. Smith Rowe with the final effort the first half as we somehow managed to go in at the break level at 0-0, but we need to fix up in the second half. We cannot do that 45 minutes worth of performance again, otherwise we absolutely will lose. Spinazzola's in the way of the first cross. Diaby's absolutely sold me with the body feint, and John McGinn could wind up for something here. I think Douglas Luiz... Oh, it wasn't Douglas Luiz's arm, it was an Aston Villa arm that the ball struck there. That was really dangerous from them. Moussa Diaby is so good. Really enjoying, to be fair, just watching him do his stuff in this fixture. If I do a save with Aston Villa on FC24 or FC25, then he's probably going to be at the heart of everything, isn't he? That's for sure. John McGinn with runners. Here's Leon Bailey. I'm not going to keep pace. I'm not going to be able to keep pace. We have to rely on Dino. Or just rely on Leon Bailey being rubbish. Thank you, Leon. Smith Rowe with a corner for Aston Villa on the hour mark. Just dinked in rather than whipped with any real pace. Trying something from the training ground, perhaps trying to find that near post man. Yuri Tielemans can hit them. So we get a block in, and it could be a very important one. Especially if this counter-attack goes as well as I hope it might do now that we're in. Ollie McBurney looking to get away. Chubarakpom not really making me a run I can use. So Ollie McBurney's going to go all the way himself here, it seems. Ollie McBurney! Misses the target. It would have been brilliant counter-attack play. It was brilliant counter-attack play. It just didn't have the end product. Well in, Harry. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. Look for McBurney. Runners. Oxlade-Chamberlain, so much space. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain with Chubarakpom across. Akpom wins it for United. Chubarakpom is well and truly back. A match winner for Sheffield United once more. Blades number 11, making it 1-0 instead. And we have the advantage again. It's not been a great game for us, but when you play badly and still win, it's a sign of a great side. You guys have asked that Kyle Walker have a little bit more to say about this Premier League season. So I shall try and utilise him a little bit more in these latter stages of his career. Oh, it's gorgeous. Max Lowe can't squeeze it home for two. Didn't really have the angle to pull it back for a teammate either. So had to go for goal. Harmers with the header. Oh, with a cross even. Hanko with a Hensko with a header. Emi Martinez's save wasn't going to keep it out. That was on its way in and needed the clearance from Sergio Gomez off the line to ensure that we didn't get that second goal. Oh, it's drama at the end here. We've waited ages to actually do something positive in front of goal. We've grabbed a goal and we very nearly got two to go along with it. Whistling, waiting for that final whistle. The Sheffield United fans, I have a feeling it'll come very soon indeed. And there it is. Back-to-back victories for Sheffield United, but we really had to dig deep for that one. We extend our lead over Aston Villa in the table from 4 to 7, and might, if other results have gone our way, well, with Liverpool and Chelsea drawing, they might have done. We might be back in the top 4. We are back in the top 4, and 3 points clear of Tottenham as well. Liverpool still remain unbeaten after 14 games. Chelsea still have only lost 1, City only the 2, but we're only 6 points off top spot now. The season is heating up, and with 10 points only, presumably relegation zone, West Ham United, yes indeed, we have the chance to make it 3 from 3 today. Let's go and do it. West Ham United with Oscar Villar in goal, regen, Mati Cash, Birashi, Tito Keira, Issa Diop, and didn't quite read it quickly enough, Kefren Turam and Fred in the midfield with Juanmi, Vincenzo Grifo and Santiago Jimenez up top at striker. It was Jose Gaia, their captain for the day, on the left-hand side. Man on our shortlist, Vlasic, is on the bench, so intrigued to see if he comes off and makes an impact the way that he did last time we played against him for West Ham United. Kyle Walker gets a start at right back at your guys' request as well. Wanting me to use Kyle Walker a little bit more this season, so certainly happy to do so whilst he's still capable of making an impact on the starting lineup. And Archer back into the 11 now, ahead of Ollie McBurney, who didn't necessarily do that well against Aston Villa last time out. Hopefully Cameron Archer can add a little bit more danger to our front line than Ollie did in that last fixture. Fred. Into Jimenez. Oh, I just can't quite get to him. He's on a nice run here. And it's Kwanmi and Kefren Turam. Really comfortable height for the keeper, but another side that play in claret and blue, causing us problems once more early doors in this game. I'd like to think we will be a bit better in this one than we were against Aston Villa, but provided we get the same scoreline, I don't really care how the performances are, so long as we get the wins. Chuba out to Low, Low into the middle, and arriving is Dragovic. It's a good header by Oscar Villa. He's only 78 rated in goals, so he's not going to be spectacular. We'll have his work cut out to keep us out for the full 90 minutes. Archer will knock that back there to Douglas Luiz. It's Christopher Ayer. It's Tijani, who's turned brilliantly. And Tijani's effort also tipped over by Villa. Might not necessarily have needed the tip, but tip nonetheless. And can we win this header? Struggling with these first headers, but open play. It's really opening up for us in the second phase today from all sorts of set pieces. Douglas Luiz will try again. Can I please get Hansko to win a bloody header from a corner? I might have to change my tactics entirely. Oh, VR this time does hold on, but we really should have scored with something in that spell. Fred. Thuram. And Jimenez. Well struck. I don't recall ever playing against Santiago Jimenez before. He's been on our shortlist for the past couple of saves. There's a player that has just kind of burst onto the career mode scene from my audience in the past 12 months or so, basically this FIFA cycle. But I really don't know anything about him, and this is the first time we've had the opportunity to actually see what he's all about. And he has been difficult to deal with in the opening few stages, but Dragovic is difficult to deal with for West Ham at the moment. A number of efforts for him already in this fixture. Chuba hoping to turn and see that nestle in the bottom corner, but unfortunately that one is also wide. That was weird. Akpom just kind of ran over towards the West Ham man and then ran off with it. And he did a slide tackle. Walker quickly inside to Dragovic. Let fly early. Trying to catch the keeper out, hoping that his feet weren't set. Let's try something different then. Corners haven't worked for us so far. Cameron Archer into the middle. Maguire flicks it on. It will reach Reinders. Big H again. No, it's not happening. It's not happening. Harry Maguire from 30 yards is not the one. Over the top looking for Cameron Archer. Good header by Matty Cash. This is all from another failed corner attempt. Akpom. Dragovic. Little back heel to Akpom again. Through that gap. Reinders. Well then. The corners might not be working, but that second phase of play is still dangerous. Tijani Reinders hasn't scored many goals for us this season. He's not been as good as he was last year, but he's still pretty damned impressive. That's a top finish though. All made by this back heel by Dragovic. Chuba with the assist. Reinders right place, right time to slam home. Just before half time, we take a 1-0 lead. West Ham fans in great voice, despite the fact their team are losing and not playing well. Jose Gaia intercepts, and they're on the counter-attack here, and maybe they can earn that praise off the stands here on the pitch. Vlasic turns well. Vlasic impressing. I can't get near him. Dino with a good save down low, but it's excellent close control from Vlasic. It is the reason why we were impressed with him in the first place, enough so to put him on my shortlist. That's the sort of play up top we don't have at the minute as an option. Brilliant challenge by Issa Diop. Deary me. Santiago Jimenez through looking for Vlasic again. He's in behind. Vlasic looking to cause me problems. Good close control again. Santiago Jimenez misses the target. It's not a good audition for you, pal, for me to use you in any save moving forward. Jimenez has been okay, but he's not been that great, and certainly Nikola Vlasic off the bench has made more of an impact than Santiago Jimenez has in the previous 70 minutes in this game. Maybe Jimenez will be someone we use in FC 24, but I'm thinking I will probably look at someone else in this save, including the fact that he hasn't played that well against me added to, obviously, the fact that he's moved to West Ham in this save, so it's probably best that we sign someone that hasn't recently moved to another Premier League side, isn't it, really? Fred into Matty Cash. Overrun. Hansko steps in. 15 to go here. Might need to call on some substitutes just to see it over the line. That was not supposed to go there at all. Grifo looking to get in behind Ayer. And it's unbelievable. The cross is superb. All made from their pass that went nowhere near where I was trying to play it. Trying to go that way, and he's playing it that way. I'm a bit annoyed at that. The quality of the goal when it came, very, very high indeed. Grifo with the outside the boot cross is beautiful, but I'm not sure West Ham deserve that. Harmer, McBurney, overlapping run, there it is. Max Lowe's in the box, Max Lowe's in the box. Oh, I can't believe that we haven't scored. I've played the right pass, it's just not gone how it needed to. He's not played it to the feet of the man. He's played it in front of him and too close to the keeper. All I can do is press the button there. You have to put your lads. You have to put your faith in the game and the player to play the right ball, and he hasn't. That should be 2-1. We should be winning this fixture. A misplaced pass that costs us the West Ham goal, and then a misplaced pass that costs us the chance of another one of our own. Frustration in the highest possible degree for us here at the London Stadium. There might yet be one chance. There might yet be one more chance. Oh, I just needed to get the pass off to Kyle Walker and we were in. What could have been against West Ham? What could have been? A point only on this occasion. Should have won it though. We absolutely should have won that fixture. We can't afford to draw games like that and expect to have it be straightforward for finishing in the top 4 in the Premier League. It has been straightforward in the Europa Conference League, however, so we will sim this next game with hopefully a lot of confidence that we'll get 3 points and top spot. With 2 points clear at the top of the group, Molde are the ones trying to get top spot from us. All we need here is a point, I believe, against Silkeborg, and because of the head-to-head against Molde, we should get... Actually will, because we drew both times against Molde. So it may well go down to goal difference. We have had some decent victories in the group stage so far. So I think we get top spot with a point. But absolutely, we should be getting the victory here at home against Silkeborg. So they've only got 3 points from 5 games, whereas we have 11. If we're nearly 4 times better off in the points tally after 5 games, then surely we should be nearly 4 times better as a team. Right? That's how that works, isn't it? No. 1-0 Silkeborg. Equaliser. Cameron Archer has been electric for Sheffield United in the game we've got on above us as we're streaming today, as they lead 2-1 against Everton in real life. And, well, Cameron Archer's doing the job for us in Europe again. He's been the go-to goal scorer for cup competition this season, Cameron Archer. Goals in the Carabao Cup, goals in Europe. Unfortunately, no more Carabao Cup action to come, but certainly going to be a lot more European football to come. And the FA Cup isn't too far around the corner now, the 3rd round in January. But it's only going to be 1-1 at half-time here against Silkeborg, and I would like that win just to guarantee top of the group. Cameron needs space. Finds it in the box. Harmer. McBurney! We lead by 2-1 in the 82nd minute. It's taken a long time in coming, but we finally take the lead here against Silkeborg. And that should be top spot guaranteed, and in theory, an easier draw for the next round. That's what we hope for anyway. There are some big sides in the Europa League, and to avoid them, if possible, in the round of 16 would be the dream. 3 points assured. Top of the group assured. Top spot assured. Molde did beat Lask, so we did need the win to absolutely make sure. And in the Premier League, we are 5th now, but with a game in hand on Manchester United, who've come out of nowhere. They were, what, 9th at the beginning of the day? I remember looking at them, and they've just gone all the way up the table, up into the top 4, but with a win only in our game in hand, we can go above them again. A point would see us stay 5th on goal difference, and the gap up top to those leading the way now has opened up again because of that draw with West Ham, unfortunately. Could go back to 31, but that would then still see us 8 points behind Chelsea, 7 points behind Liverpool, and 5 points behind Manchester City. But crucially, all we want really is top 4 this season. We're not really planning on putting up a title bid. So the money for the progression will come in very handy. And tomorrow, it's Brighton, Chelsea, Luton and Burnley as we try and consolidate in that top 4 position. We'll try our best anyway. We certainly can do it. It's in our hands, of course, although still just approaching the halfway stage. A lot can change between now and the end of the season. A lot can change in January as well, depending on what signings we make. Drop the video a like, subscribe to the channel. Come and join me on Twitch to watch live and have your say in the moment. But for now, I'll see you next time.